Hey, what's up guys, Adam here, and over the last few years I've taken a look at quite a few different power banks, everything from the small form factor keyring based power banks right up to the solar power charged power banks, especially the ones from Zero Lemon. I've also taken a look at some of the knockoff Chinese cheap power banks that claim they're like 50,000 and 100,000 milliamp hours, and they only claim to be like 5,000 milliamp hours, but I've taken a look at quite a few. And today we're going to be taking a look at the EasyAC 20,000 milliamp hour power bank, which actually is 20,000 milliamp hours. So taking a look at the design, and the design itself is a two-tone orange and black ABS plastic, quite durable, quite strong. Though I wouldn't really recommend throwing it about the place, even though there are power banks that are designed specifically for that. You know, they've got a rugged hard case shell design. I'd recommend going down that route if you're looking for something that's really durable. But the design itself is fairly robust. I mean, it can take a few knocks here and there and still be fully functional. Now, taking a look at the front, there is no LCD indicator to tell you how much life you have left in the power bank, though there are 4 LED lights, and of course simple math will tell you that 100 divided by 4 will give you 25%, so each light is worth 25% of the overall charge. And I've noticed that when you tend to get down to the last bar or the last light worthy of 25%, when that starts to flash, it's pretty much telling you have 10% left before the power bank is completely out of juice and will need a recharge. Now, don't quote me on that directly, but there was no information in the actual guide to tell you how much percent you have left depending on whether the last LED is flashing or not. But from simple testing that I've done, I've realized that you have about 10% or somewhere between that margin when the final LED starts to flash. Now, on the back of the power bank, there isn't really much to do with inputs or outputs. It's more to do with information about the power bank itself. And as you can see, there's actually Velcro on the back of my power bank, and I'll touch upon why that is the case shortly in the video. Now, taking a look at the long side of the power bank, you're going to notice something interesting. You're going to see 2 micro USB input charging ports. And that's going to, of course, allow you to actually input 2 micro USB cables, either from 1 power supply or 2. And that's going to be incredibly useful on a power bank with 20,000 milliamp hours, because of course, with that amount of milliamp hours, it's going to take a long time to charge. And if you watched my video a few years back with the new now 20,000 milliamp hour power bank, that took between 7 to 12 hours to charge from 0 to 100, whereas the EasyAC, you'll be able to charge using the dual micro USB inputs within 3 hours. Now, adjacent to that, on the short side of the power bank, we're going to find 4 smart USB inputs, and they're smart because they automatically detect the amount of amps that is going to be required for the device that is plugged into the port. Now, a lot of older power banks tended to have a 1 amp input USB and a 2.5 amp USB input. So you'd have 2 inputs there, and you pretty much have to decide how much your device actually needs and pick the appropriate port. Now, whereas a smart one, each port goes from, of course, 0 amps, which is nothing, all the way up to 2.5, and it will automatically decide how much power needs to be allocated to that specific device. Now, of course, the overall advantage of this means, of course, you haven't got to do the maths and decide which port to use, and you also haven't got to worry about the device itself allotting too little or too much power to the device you have plugged into it. Now, next to those 4 USB ports, you're going to find a LED torch, which is very handy, especially if you're going to be working in low light. It's always useful to have a torch with you, especially if it's attached to the power bank. And you're going to find the switch for that, or the button for that, on the opposite side of where the 2 micro USB imports, the opposite long side of the power bank. And from there, you can simply double press that button, you'll be activating the torch, and double press to turn it off. Now, a lot of power banks tend to automatically pick up when a device is connected, but for whatever reason, if it doesn't pick up, I always just simply press or have 1 press of the button on the side, and from there you're able to check whether your device is charging correctly. Now, of course, the main selling point of this power bank is for you to go ahead and charge your mobile devices, so your phones and your tablets. But when it comes to my personal use of the power bank, I actually use it when I'm out and about doing video shoots. So for example, I am able to charge or keep power to my camera, my LED light, as well as my audio recorder, my Tascam recorder. I'm able to power 3 different devices, and I'm still able to get a full day shoot from the 1 power bank. There's nothing more frustrating than having to carry around a battery for this, a battery for that, a battery for that, for all your different devices. And you're going to have to, of course, have multiple power outlets to go ahead and charge all of these devices individually. But you only need to just have the 1 power bank and charge the power bank, and then you can simply power everything from there just via USB. And that is so much more efficient, and of course a lot lighter when it comes to weight when you're carrying around a lot of heavy camera gear. And I'm able to mount the power bank to my camera cage where my camera is without it being in the way of anything else. And that is pretty much my take on the EasyAC power bank. If you want to go ahead and take a look at it, if you want to go ahead and purchase it, I'll leave the Amazon link down below. And if you have any further questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. Anyway guys, it's been Adam here. Thank you for watching. Take care, and of course, I'll see you guys in the next tech video. Bye for now.